Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing we're going to be using the kind of spring side off the e.l.f. Opposites Attract palette. I've had this for a while. I use the more warm tones for winter and stuff, but now since spring is around the corner, we are going to be using this side. So we're definitely going to try this out today. I got free little samplers that I need to use. So in here I have the Pair With It Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer. So I'm going to use this, and I have two. So I think I'm going to go in with this light or medium one. We'll see. And then we'll see if I actually want to get this foundation or not. I do like getting samplers because then like Marc Jacobs stuff is like really expensive. They could be like 50, 60 bucks for just this little thing, which I don't feel is a lot of product in it. So I'm just going to use this today and see what happens. I also have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I found this at Walmart. I thought I would try it. It's like $6. I also am going to try out the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. So we're going to try that out, and that's about it. Most of the stuff, I'm going to use Milani blush and a Wet n Wild bronzer. So first of all, I'm going to open this up and figure out how to get it out. I changed my studio around a little bit. I'm actually in the process of updating it a little bit and making it a little bit more nicer. So there will be a new studio tour coming in the next couple months. So I'm gonna take the coconut primer, which is in this little thingy. I'm just gonna take this and put it all over the face. I'm just gonna dip my finger in and kind of put it all over the face. It does smell coconutty. For what it's worth, my face does not do very well with fragrance stuff just because it is really hard on my face because of my eczema and the red pigment areas. So I'm basically just putting this actually, I think this whole dollop might be more than enough. So the primer might be good. I actually might have a little extra, so I'm just gonna put it all over the face. I have extra, so we're just gonna... All right, so I have extra, so I don't need to use the second one, which is always nice. And then for the eyes today, I'm gonna go in with the Aqua Tarte Rainforest, the Aqua Concealer. I'm actually gonna use this. I wanna get rid of this. It was a good formula, yes, but I think it's just too liquidy for my liking. Like a little bit more of a kind of, I don't know. I guess I like a formula that's a little bit thicker, but not too thick, So basically what I'm doing is applying the concealer to the lids. I'm gonna take the new Expert Face Brush. This is a Nick and Sam brush, and I'm basically just gonna buff this all over the eye. I got this for like $9 at like Walgreens or something. I wanted to try it out because this brush is the same exact brush. It's a complexion blending brush. This is by Sam and Nick, but it does not get clean. You can see that spot right there is still dirty. I sat and did this for like ever. I will not use this brush ever again for foundation. I will use it for powders, but I will not use it for foundation. It was just so hard to clean. I don't like it. I like my other brushes better, so I will use this for something else, but I wanted to see if maybe this brush would be exactly like the Real Techniques ones that I have somewhere in here, so I thought I would try it out. So for the shades today I'm going to go into Fresh, this one right here. And I'm just going to take a blending brush by BH Cosmetics. This is a number 7. I'm going to take this one and just basically put this all over the eye. I totally forgot this does not have a mirror. I'm just going to set the concealer with this powder. All right, now that that's done, and set the face, I'm gonna go back in with the same brush, and I'm going to go into Cheeky. This one right here, it's like a peach color. kind of wish these e.l.f. palettes would have a mirror in them. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking Cheeky and putting it in the crease. I'm gonna have to build this color up, it feels like, because it's a very light peach color. All right, I'm gonna take another brush and I'm gonna let's put Saucy right here. We're just gonna put that on the outer V, see what happens, you know. We're playing with colors. It looks like a mustard color. Okay, it's there, but it's not very pigmented. You're definitely gonna have to build it up. I don't think I wanna use too much of this mustard color, but we're definitely gonna use that much. So I'm gonna do the other side. Don't really have to do a whole lot. And I think for the entire lid, I'm gonna use, let's use Spicy, this one right here. I'm actually thinking about just going in with my finger. They're very smooth. I remember these powders being very smooth. So we're just gonna put this on the lid. No setting spray, nothing, see what happens. That's pigmented, I'm not gonna lie, that's very pretty. I'm gonna do the other side. All right, so I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I will be right back. Okay, the brows are done. So basically what the coconut oil thing is supposed to do is it's supposed to, it has 5 different things of coconut in it, and it's supposed to nourish your skin and make it more hydrated. So that is what the coconut oil is supposed to do. It feels very soft and smooth, so it doesn't feel dry. It is very dry up here right now. So the brows are done. They're a little bit bolder. I went in with the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette, and then I used the CoverGirl brow liner powder in, what is this, in brown. I'm just gonna use my finger and kind of like move it around. I put it on the face. So this might be a little too light, but we will see. Just gonna use it all over the face. Kind of dab it all over. Kind of making a mess, but you know, it's kind of hard when you have like a thing like this. So we're just gonna start buffing it in, and if I need more, I'll just use the brush. So far it's buffing out really well. Make sure we get the hairline. So far I don't have a problem with the brush. I think this is a better brush than the other one. Do around the neck. Okay. All right, so far it's blending out. This brush is actually a really good one from Real Techniques, the Sam and Nick collection. So let's see. I definitely would need to have a lot more foundation. This so far to me, just that one little drop of extra they gave me is not enough, I don't think. I think it's not enough to cover the like full face, you know. I feel like I can see the outline of my red pigment spot, so I would definitely need more. So I'm wondering if maybe I should go into the other one. I don't know, we'll try it, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna open the other one, and I am going to go into the light one again. I am going to keep the coconut. I'm going to give the brown one away, and I keep the mediums maybe because I might be tanner in summer and I might like to try that one size. So here we go. All right, so we're peeling back. I'm just going to put it on the brush, and we're just going to apply a little bit more to the cheek area and the nose. Because I don't feel like it's enough coverage. And there's still a lot of product in here, so I'm just gonna go over some areas that I feel need a little bit more touching up. It's always nice to have a foundation where you can get like a sample, because then you can see if you actually really like it. The coconut primer it's actually not that bad, but I checked online and it's $44, so it's kind of expensive for a primer. Marc Jacobs is a luxury brand that by far I know, but you know, I don't think I've ever paid $44 for a primer. Okay, so that's done. It did a little bit more coverage on the red pigment area. Definitely a little bit more coverage. And I bring it down the neck. Did a little bit better on the nose, but to be honest, I see like a ton of, if I zoom you guys in, you guys can see that I have like cracks and crevices on my face because my nose is so dry. So I don't think that primer is actually that great for my nose. So you guys can see like settling in the foundation lines or the creases. I'm trying to show you guys, like, this is like a first impressions of this foundation. Never used it, but it's like the foundation is like not moving very well on the nose. I don't know how long I've had these for, so do not clarify on that. I don't know when I got them, but I do know I need to use them before they expire. So I'm gonna go into the Camo Concealer in Fair Warm by e.l.f. I'm actually, less is more. So we do one swipe. That's really all you need. Less is more with this concealer. It's a thicker concealer, but it actually is like really thick, but it's also like really good. I'm going to use a brush on one side and I think maybe a sponge on the other and see what happens. I don't know, we'll see what happens, how it blends out. I think that blended out really well, so I'm going to do the other side real quick. This is a concealer where you have to work fast with it as well before you get like it drying. Otherwise it's not going to move for you. Okay, so I definitely like this brush. I don't think I'm a huge fan of the foundation by Marc Jacobs. That's just me. I think it's a nice coverage, decent coverage. You would definitely have to go in with a little bit more than one pump, I'm thinking. But for some reason, I just don't like this on the nose and here, right here. I just don't like that. I can see some acne coming through. I just don't like that. It's not full coverage. I mean, to me, it feels medium coverage. It doesn't feel full. So we are definitely gonna just move on from that. I'm gonna use the translucent setting powder. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent setting powder. I actually haven't used this yet, so it's got like a protective seal on it. It's actually really, it feels really big, like, oh my god, come on. Oh geez, it's like really big in there, like it's really big in there. And I'm just gonna put some into the cap, and we're gonna use a e.l.f. brush, or not an e.l.f., a Wet n Wild brush, sorry. And basically I'm just gonna press this. This is actually kind of like a creamy, it's not like a white color. So it's actually changing the concealer a little bit. But that's okay. It's gonna go in. Yeah, the concealer changed. It's not the concealer was very white, and now it's like a little tanner. Now that I put the powder on. I'm gonna put the powder on the nose just as well. We're gonna see what happens. I don't think this foundation is for me, but we are still gonna wear it. All right, so this powder is, so far it's really big for $5.99. It looks really sleek, so I kind of like this right now. So we're doing that, and then we're gonna go back into the eyes, and I'm gonna finish out the under eyes, and I'm gonna go back into this cheeky color I used before. We're gonna use that as the lower lash, and okay, and then I'm gonna go back into then I'm gonna wipe away any fallout, any excess bake. So far I'm actually liking the way this looks. So really like the palette. I think I'm gonna go into Low Key as a brow bone shade and an inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna take a bamboo brush. We're just gonna kind of, this is a microchrome one, so it has a shift to it, so it looks pink right now in my eyebrow. A lot of the white ones do this. They have like a shift to it or a sheen to it, where it looks like it's white in the pan, but it actually has a shift of like a pink color to it. So, all right, and then for the rest of the face, you guys know I'm just gonna go into my bronzer by Wet n Wild. This is their Ocean's Land bronzer. Ooh, this brush is stiff. Come on, baby. I'm just gonna go on this one. Ooh. I do actually really like this bronzer a lot. It is actually one of my favorite bronzers from Walmart that I got. Where did I get off of the Wet n Wild? I can't really remember. This was like a dragon inside here, it looked like. So I used to have a dragon. So far, I'm actually kind of surprised by this a little bit, just a little bit. I'm going in very lightly with the bronzer on the top of the forehead. I've been going lighter with the bronzer on the forehead, just give me a little bit of a sheen. Okay, Rose Romantic Blush. We're gonna use a Beige Cosmetics brush number 3. We're just gonna go in nicely. It's a very pretty blush. And then for highlight today, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal True Match Lumi powder. I haven't used this in a really long time. Spray. I'm just gonna hit my face. I'm using the Wet n Wild. And we're just gonna go in and kind of get the face a little bit. Ooh. This one has a shift to it as well. It looks blue on my face, it feels like. And a white powder as well. This is the Illumi Shimmer in Moonlight. So I do have a lot of product left. I think I've had this for less than a year, but it has a shelf life of... This one doesn't have a freaking date of badness on it, so that's kind of one of the things that I hate on some stuff. Some of these don't have a end date of when you cannot have it anymore. So this one's gonna stay in till it gives me a weird smell or something, I don't know. For the lips today, I'm going to use the Dose of Colors Bear With Me. Since the eyes are very, very bright today, I wanted to go with a nude lip. So that is it. For mascara, I'm going to go into the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara. This is one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. I've always loved this one. So that is it. They just make my eyelashes so much bigger than what I usually have. So what do I think of everything? Still love this palette. Even for spring, you have your warm tones over here, you have your spring tones over here, so I really like that. It's the Opposite Attract palette by e.l.f. I think it launched in like fall of last year, so it's a really good palette. I still love using it. The Wet n Wild bronzer, definitely love. Still gives you a very healthy looking bronzer, so I really do like that. The Wet n Wild Translucent City Powder, it looks like, I thought it was gonna be in white, but it looks like it's like in a little tan color. And since this concealer was very, very brightening, it did kind of dim it down a little bit, which is still good. I've had my makeup on for about an hour now, and I don't see any creasing, so I really do like that. Still love the highlighter, still love the blush. And still love the concealer. Everything else is still always loving. So I use some new stuff. So the concealer is definitely a good product. 60-hour wear is a little long for me. I usually don't wear makeup that long. Usually maybe 6 or 5 hours, but to each their own. If you're working a really long day at work and you want to have some coverage, this is definitely one concealer that would definitely do that, especially with the translucent powder. If you really don't want to go in looking like really stark white, I suggest going in with a translucent powder that might dull it down a little bit. But you guys know, as always, please subscribe to my channel if you like these videos, and if you don't like me, I really don't care. This is what I like doing about makeup. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.